Hey, welcome back to this old Cabover. My name's Jeremy. Behind me, I have an empty bay, which the Cabover, which is our project truck, will be parked in here tonight for a couple hours. Hopefully, I don't know how much longer I have to work on it, but long enough. So, let's get it pulled in the bay behind me. This is a new shop truck. I just actually finished putting the bed on today. It's in no way legal. It's just around the property truck. Has to be cash for it, so it's not that glamorous. But anyways, so let's get those batteries for the Cabover put in the bed over there, and I think that's it. I think we'll get the jumper box put on there, and we'll get this old cabbie finally inside the shop on its own power. Hopefully she starts, because if she doesn't start, then I gotta start all over again. But I'm pretty sure she'll start. So, let's go get the Cabover, bring it in here, and let's get working on it. See ya. Because you never know when you need to do things. Just gonna lay it down. We're gonna grab some extension cords from outside, hook those up, put the batteries on the chargers, we'll get some wrenches, and then we'll get you guys out to the truck, hooking up, starting up, and then hopefully bring it in here. I have Shorty helping me here today. He is my expert cameraman. We'll put the batteries in, hook them up, put the charger on. We have fuel in the truck, and then remove this guy to the shop. So, negative over here. This is where we have our adjustable wrench because, you know, let's do this. So let's hook up our negatives first, as always. Put the nut on there. Mosquitoes are out tonight. Put that on there. Again, this is just to get us inside the shop. If I remember correctly, this is a swamp back here where I parked the truck at. So we want to get this done as quick as we can because we're also losing daylight. We're going to tighten these guys up. Again, for just time's sake, we're just going to kind of just hand tighten them down. Nothing crazy. And then we're going to pressurize the fuel tank after we put the jumper boxes on it. And bring it inside the shop. Once we get inside the shop, the goal of tonight's video is to get the fuel pedal. Remember how it kind of sticks wide open sometimes? We're trying to get the fuel pedal so it's nice and springy and it doesn't run away on us. So once we do that, we can actually get the truck to be able to shift in gears, kind of do some more putting around. That's the goal tonight. So let's get our jumper cables on. Drag it over. You want to show them the power cable we had to have? How far over we had to bring it?
Yeah, we had to run it all the way back to the other end of the lean-to shed here. Took a solid 4 extension cords.
So we're gonna put it on, yeah, jumper. Lovely interior, by the way. Going to check to make sure that the batteries are hooked up. We're gonna turn the key, but not actually turn it on. Okay, that's good. We're gonna pressurize the fuel tank some. Not too much, because if you go too much, then she definitely runs away on us. So I'll get the old garden sprayer out. You can actually come to the window here if you want to, Shorty. Yeah. Pressurize that. Now, do you want to stand back there and listen to the loudness? Because she's gonna be loud.
We'll see.
Are you ready?
I hope so.
Okay. Make sure she's in neutral. He's on.
Nice.
We need to put her on more battery.
More battery,
So,
more electric.
yeah, let's put her on the high start there. And let her sit
Alright.
for a little while there.
Cranking the amps.
Yep. Try this again here.
Nice.
No.
Not today.
So, let's cut her there, and then we will let her sit and charge for a little while. We're probably going to go move my truck out of the wash bay for Shorty, and then we'll come back to this after it's charged a while. Alright, so we've had enough time for the batteries hopefully to charge. We're going to try starting it again. So, Shorty, are you ready?
I think so.
Technical difficulties. Alright. Okay, so it's inside. We got this thing ready to get worked on. So the first things first, we're gonna take the cab, we're gonna jack it up, push it forward, and then we're gonna get our fuel pedal to not stick. That's kind of the main goal for tonight. So by doing that, hopefully we can actually throttle it, rev the motor, and actually be able to go a bit faster than idle speed. In the last clip, I didn't want to go too fast because if I put the fuel down, it just would have stuck wide open and just ran away on me. So we're gonna take this, like I said before, put the cab forward, and then get that fuel pedal nice and freed up. So I'm gonna go find my, that thing that I used to get the cab open. I'll go find it. So we got our old school handle here. Unlock it. And we're going to jack up the cab. A bit sticky. Jack, jack. Far forward. Huh. That's pretty cool. I'll show you guys here. It's never been this far forward before. That's pretty cool. That's cool. Okay, so cab is jacked pretty high, and then show you guys what we're working with here. We're gonna get that fuel mechanism figured out. There's also lots of mosquitoes in this shop tonight. So yeah, let's show you guys what it looks like. This housing right here is froze up, essentially meaning that my throttle sticks, which means this truck will run away on me. So we're trying to fix that tonight. We're trying to figure out a way to get that housing unstuck. So I talked to an old timer here a couple of days ago who actually used to work in these old Detroits. He's a wealth of knowledge, just wealth of knowledge. And he told me to get some light heat put on it. When that housing gets hot enough, not too hot but not too cold, I guess, like just the right like finger touch temperature there. Then we'll take and spray some PB Blaster or some penetrating oil, and it's gonna kind of seep into it and free up the housing. He says once that happens there, it's just going to, once you work it back and forth, eventually it'll just free up. Preventative maintenance actually is a good idea. He says take this whole thing apart, sandpaper it all out, hone it all out, and then put some white lithium grease in there. Well, I don't have time for that tonight. Maybe in my next video I'll do that if this one doesn't work. So hopefully, yeah, like I said, look at that housing, you know, with a light torch, you know, heat it up, and then we'll put some PB Blast or something like that in there. So let's find a little torch and let's heat it up. Somewhere around the shop. Fire! Fire! Boom. It's really hot, by the way. You can take your torch. I'm not a professional, by the way, so Do not try this at home. We're gonna get as low as we can. And then, he said just to work it slowly over that housing there. Just to kind of get nice and hot, or nice and warm. Again, this is just his suggestion. Working with open flames and near a motor is not ideal. Diesel isn't as high of a combustion as gas. You still have to be really careful. Again, this is all new to me, so we'll see what we can do. And yeah, hopefully we'll get this housing freed up. So I'm going to cut this little segment short here. When I get it hot enough, I will get the PB blaster out, or whatever I have available. And we'll get this guy figured out. So we got some, it's called Aero Coil. I guess it's what our mechanics use for all their rusted bolts and whatnot. This is actually pretty cool because on the housing here, I just noticed this actually, the top of this housing here actually has holes drilled in the top there, and I'm guessing that's for where you put your, when you service this thing back in the day, you would just, you know, put your PB blaster, whatever you had available, to get it in there to help lubricate it. So we're gonna do this. That's kind of warm, but let's just soak it good, and hopefully we'll get this thing. Yeah, that's nice. That's drawing it in nicely there. I can take a few minutes and keep on spraying it, and then bring you guys back to the next clip here. Right here, those little outlets, or little holes I was telling you guys about. So we're just gonna put our little drops of stuff in a house in there, and hopefully we can get this thing freed up. Let's give it a test here. This is how it's supposed to work. So this spring here should bring it back to center. I like the idle speed here. It's kind of a goofy setup because this is your fuel pedal down here, comes off the cab, which is obviously propped up. Crosses over, goes to that joint there, goes to that one up there, and at the very last minute, she sits on top there. Crazy. But that's how they did it in the 1970s. Because nowadays we have all electronic and we have everything that we just take for granted. But imagine this thing in like the wintertime getting cold, freezing up on you guys. Out here on the side of the road trying to get this thing all unfroze up. It's pretty wild. So yeah, I think we're about done. We're gonna try and put the cab back down here in a few minutes and see what happens. Feels pretty good. So we're going to put the cab back down. The only problem with these Cabovers, when you put them this high up, the shifter actually comes out of the floor. So when I put the cab back down, I have to push the shifter forward. As you can see, it's kind of a tight squeeze there sometimes for it. So I'm gonna put the cab back down, and then we're gonna try see if it's, you know, obviously it'll idle, should idle pretty good. And then we'll see if you can rev it. Watch. Actually, we gotta put this. We have to hit the pressure off our emergency. Well, that's a pain in the butt. Put that back in the still position there. That's a bit much. So, very carefully put this guy back down, in the hole. So we're clear. Just gonna drop it down very carefully. Put it ease on down. Making sure all the wires and all the hoses are free from pinch points. And then, yeah, we'll get this thing started, hopefully. So here's hoping we can actually start this thing without battery jumper because, well, the batteries are toast. So, they're still hooked up. Let's give the fuel throttle a quick test. It does feel pretty good. Springs back. We'll try it out. Here we go. Shorty and I off camera put together my seat. It's just a bucket. Because I'm tired of squatting in the ground there. So I'm gonna skip in the cab and see if it actually quakes. We're gonna take it out for a quick rip around the parking lot. So, first, real drive. Oh, this is like Bostrom, dude. This is West Coast all the way. I'm gonna start it up and then Shorty's gonna hop in the golf cart and then we're gonna go for a ride. Ready?
No. Look at this dude. Wait till you see the.
Here we go. Round two.
No, 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 no.
Nope.
Have to get it. So Shorty and I have this thing of raccoons. Raccoons are to blame for everything in life. And for my dead battery. Raccoons to blame. Third time.
We got one headlight.
and a clearance light
Oh shit.
or ID light.
We got
That's pretty cool.
we got her lit up.
Dude, we are like chicken lights and chrome right now. That is cool. I mean, so I came back in the shop because my fuel tank fell over. So I started like sucking air in my fuel. So I was like,
oh yeah.
So I had like quick put it back up again and like pump it and try to do my little sliding this. But yeah, that is pretty freaking sweet. Nothing else works, but we got two lights, right?
That's better than nothing.
Pretty rough riding, not gonna lie. That's a pretty rough ride. It's just a matter of tires. Yeah, that's what the thing
Yeah,
is.
it
Tires
just needs new
is-
tires and
yeah.
you'll be good to go.
There's a lot of new stuff.
Yeah.
Actually, I didn't check the turn signals either.
Tires, turn signals, you'll be ready to hit
I
the
didn't check
coast.
anything. I didn't check nothing here.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm gonna wrap the video up here. We're gonna back it out and put it back away and put the tarp over it. Well, I am, because you know, Shorty's nice enough to help me out here, but I don't want to get eaten up alive by mosquitoes. So yeah, that's it. 1974 Cabover. Hope you guys liked the video. If you guys did, comment down below what you guys liked about it. Subscribe, hit the like button. I'll catch you guys next time. See you.